Hi, my name is Marlene. I'm currently a student and also an amateur photographer who does mainly film photography. Today you can join me on yet another photo walk here in New York City, or better to say, in Chinatown. This is actually the 5th episode of my series Frame by Frame Photo Walks, where I'm taking you with me on some of my regular photo walks, giving you a glimpse into my thought process while I'm out shooting my pictures, and also talking about the outcomes afterwards. In my last episode, I actually already spent a little time in Chinatown, but that was actually during nighttime, where I also got some pretty nice shots. If that sounds interesting to you, feel free to check out the playlist that I have for this series, because there I have all of the other episodes that I did so far. And if you want to see even more of my photography, don't hesitate to stop by my website or even my Instagram, where I post daily. And of course, both of them are linked down below in the description. On the day of the photo walk, I was shooting with my Canon A-1 and a 28 to 70mm lens, and on the day of the photo walk I actually decided to use the film stock Kodak Color Plus 200. I just love the vibrance that the neighborhood of Chinatown has, so Kodak Color should do it justice. Chinatown has actually become one of my absolutely favorite places to photograph here in the city, just because it is always busy, it is vibrant, it is really colorful, and I personally, as a photographer, I like my style and my photos to be very vibrant and very colorful, which is exactly what Chinatown is. So I'm really excited to show you what this walk has in store for us.
God damn it.
This picture turned out great when it comes to atmosphere and also capturing the energy of the moment. The man standing in the shadow of the shop door and the sun painting really bright highlights on his products really make the scene. But then there are also some more subtle highlights and things to notice, like the man in the back on the very right side of the photo. He's carrying what looks like a little box, but when I was taking the photo, the sun hit it in a really special way, so it looks really bright and shiny. Overall, for me, just a really great shot. You can find many of these kinds of places and compositions in New York City, and they're not necessarily unique or interesting. But to me, I like to photograph these kind of corners, especially now during winter when the light is sitting like this through the buildings. For me, it creates these tunnel highlights of lights. For me, they just make an image more interesting when it comes to the lighting situation. And here I was trying to highlight the group of people who are waiting at the traffic light. I always get a little bit happy when I find these kinds of spaces, because I know when I will get the photo back that the shadows will be darker and the light will be more in focus, which I recently really enjoy shooting. Doesn't matter if you are new to my work or have been following me for a while, you might notice that my style of street photography is often that I don't even show the faces of my actual subjects. I like it when the people that I photograph are kind of unaware of me and don't even look into my direction. I think that it creates an interesting image of this photographed person because we can't actually see his face, but we might make some assumptions about his personality or how he is as a person. Still being new and kind of unexperienced when it comes to photographing street, it is also much easier to just photograph people who are not aware that you are there and therefore avoid confrontation or awkward situations. But on the other hand, it also kind of hides their identity. I am a big fan of photographing storefronts. I just find them very interesting. And when I saw this one, I just thought, okay, I have to take a picture of this. And I think it turned out pretty well. I like the colors, I like the little chaotically stacked objects in the front. And even though this is just a normal storefront, the essence of street photography actually shows through the reflection of the woman in the store's front door. I often have problems with photographing cars because the photos never come out as I want them to, but this one I think actually turned out quite cool. I especially like the mix between a classic car and the graffiti in the back, together with the people who are walking between them. This is probably one of my favorite street photos that I've taken in a while. I remember that I took this photo when I had my camera set to a shutter speed of 60 instead of 125, because earlier I just shot a scene that had less light than usual. So I changed my setting and forgot to set it back. But I think that the blurry effect that the lower shutter speed caused actually adds to the image. And I feel like it even fits the dog's hair. And with that, we will end the 5th episode of Frame by Frame Photo Walk. Let me know what you think of the final images. And do you prefer a lot of colors in photos, or do you like them more muted, or even maybe black and white? If you want to check out more of my photography, my website and also my Instagram are all linked in the description, so you can check them out if you like. Enjoy the last frames, and I will hopefully see you on our next walk. Bye!